After eating a meager dinner of half a piece of fish and water, I said I wanted to go to bed at around 11 o'clock. Seeing as I was one to stay up for as late as I humanly could, my parents were concerned, but put it up to the shock. I went to bed with tears in my eyes and fell into a fitful sleep, plagued with dreams of death. The next morning is where things get odd. Well, odder. The next morning, my alarm went off as usual. I went to silence it as there definitely wouldn't be school today with everything that had happened and rolled over. But then my mom came in. She told me, "Lucas, you're going to be late for school. Get up." I looked up at her with confusion. I wondered why she was making me get up, and wondered for a moment if everything was just a bad dream. But then I brushed my hand across my ear and winced, looking down at my raw palms. Nope, definitely not a dream. Not wanting to look weird though, I got up and got dressed as normal. I couldn't shake the feeling though that I just couldn't be at school. I couldn't be there. The blood that stained the walls, the corpses had to still be here. It was a crime scene, but even so, my mom drove me to school and dropped me off, kissing me on the cheek like everything was normal. I walked slowly into Mr. Wayne's classroom, looking around fearfully. Kids were sitting down working on whatever was on the board, and it looked like a full house of students except for one. The guy who'd been killed yesterday, Chris, wasn't there. It's not like he had an empty seat, but more so that he didn't have a seat at all. I saw Carter sitting at his usual desk right next to me, and he looked up, his eyes full of knowing. I hoped he didn't know I knew too. The girl who'd gotten shot in the arm yesterday now looked good as new, smiling at me with a faint blush covering her cheeks. "I can't believe you actually bombed the test that badly," she giggled, a hand coming over to cover her mouth. I chuckled along with her for a moment, confused and afraid. I asked her, "Do you happen to know where Chris is?" She got confused at this, then said, We don't have a Chris in our class. You must be thinking of something else, sorry." This caught me off guard. I looked over at his former girlfriend, and she was talking with her friends, even flirting with one of the guys in her group, without a care in the world. What in the hell was actually going on here? The classroom fell into a sea of low murmurs, and I decided to block it all out, trying to reset my brain for a moment by listening to music. I felt a hand on my shoulder and flinched, hard. I looked up and Carter pulled back when he saw the fear in my eyes. His own eyes narrowed and he peered at me analytically. His final words haunted me forever. He told me, "You know,